Any luck with establishing contact with the governor?
No. The raiders must use a xenos scrambling device. That was also the reason why we couldn't send you closer to the palace. At least I think that's what the tech priest told me in his lecture.
I'll try to get closer to the palace then. Reloading. By the Emperor, an engine of pain.
Show no mercy. It is the pinnacle of the homunculi's foul art. A torture device turned into a weapon of war. That was the work of a mad genius. Even with my extensive knowledge of organic and inorganic modifications, I wouldn't dare to contemplate resorting to the dark arts that could create something like that.
These sentient machines serve some cruel masters. It's not a simple raiding party.
We're picking up weak Vox signals from the palace. Try to get closer, Inquisitor.
Aiming. Degenerated into sadistic long threads. Captain, I want you to keep all battle stations manned and initiate emergency warp drive protocols.
What happened? Do we have to leave in a hurry?
I strongly suspect that this wasn't a strike against the governor, but a coordinated invasion of the entire planet. We should be prepared for all contingencies.
Is this thing on? Do I have to talk into this device, my dear servant person? Splendid. I am Lord Bertram Cordiano, the governor of this world. Politician, poet, and lover. I require help immediately.
You are addressing an agent of the Holy Inquisition, Governor.
Capital. Then you must be the perfect candidate for this task. These filthy xenos are trying to break into my palace, and honestly, this ruckus is getting truly terrifying. They have these grotesque machines that scream and kill, and we are entirely powerless against them. Only a couple of flimsy barricades are left between them and my precious presence.
There are more? I've just killed one. Oh, I'll deal with them. Target locked.
Not that I would like to appear ungrateful, but we are in a bit of a pickle here. I'm being told that these xeno murder things are very close to breaking through the last line of defense. There have already been some casualties among the servants from the lesser social ranks. It's been quite messy, as I gather. And I don't like losing good workforce. If I could just urge you to hasten up somewhat, it would be splendid.
Teleport beacon in range. Target locked.
Noble Inquisitor. Shall I call you Inquisitor? Or Your Excellency, maybe? Apologies for my rudeness earlier. It is entirely my secretary's fault. I failed to mention that we have here a noble. In fact, an exceptionally heroic Inquisitor, not a common Imperial agent. Now he's been dismissed. Keep up the good work. Inquisitor, you have been victorious. You fought like Wrath incarnate. At least that's what I've heard. I admit I couldn't even look at the pick feed. The very sight of violence upsets the equilibrium of my humors. Inquisitor, as a prominent representative of the Imperium in the Triglav subsector, you have my eternal gratitude. And I support your cause with all the powers at my command.
Teleport beacon in range.
I see you're making friends in high places, Inquisitor. We have received the official decree about your temporary appointment to acting military commander in the system.
The governor might seem like a ludicrous inbred, but he is true to his words.
Or he just realized he needs to keep you here for a bit longer. The Dark Elder launched a global attack on Clamoris Prime. The situation is critical.
The Drukhari is like vermin. It's about time to face them on a proper battlefield.
Speaking of battlefields, you might want to consider bringing in some reinforcements. I was thinking about the Free Blade Knight, the Crimson Wanderer.
It is a sensible idea, but I need your ship here.
Our good friend, Captain Grexus, is still in your debt. He could transport here Sir Ambrose Caradoc and his mighty war machine.
Fine. Send an astropathic message to the good captain. At the former command center of the Planetary Defense Forces. Not much left to save here.
The Dark Elder are the masters of subterfuge and ambush. These inexperienced soldiers had no chance against them.
The dispatches mentioned a newly arrived commissar, in charge of reintegrating the troops into the Imperial war machine. He must be in command now.
Logical assumption. I'll ask the tech priest to mark his location on your map. We also have reports of Xenox incursions from Gladius Hive, not too far from here.
Yep.
Etheric triangulation subroutines identified familiar warp signatures again. A Drukhari webway gate is open in the area.
It must be the portal the Reavers use to transport their prisoners. That's useful information.
Inquisitor, Lord Commissar Scarhurst at your command. Isn't it a nice day for our last rally against the Xenos?
Aren't you way too pessimistic to keep morale up?
Ah, a misunderstanding. This will be their last day in this Forsaken Valley. We are going to give those Xenos a good thrashing.
What are they doing exactly?
The Xenos are pillaging and taking prisoners from Gladius Hive. Our troops tried to stop one of the slaver convoys but fell victim to a sudden ambush. I'm planning to move against their main forces directly and cut off the head of this filthy operation.
I could be of some assistance, Lord Commissar. I have the coordinates to their temporary webway portal. Send out your men to secure the area, while I close down the Xenos escape route.
Ready to fight.
For you. for long. There will be no mercy given, or...
See? I told you that your plan was nothing but a failed attempt to prove your worth.
It is only a filthy human. Do you really think this poorly of me?
I can sense the spark of burning zeal in this chunk of unadorned flesh. You are always underestimating the power of their belief. In any case, I will activate the pain catalysts while you are amusing yourself here.
You think you can challenge me, worthless human? I have destroyed entire civilizations before your kind crawled out into the void.
You can forget your empty theatrics. Your Wizened Master has already left, and I truly don't care.
You have killed an incubus, Inquisitor, on your own. A part of me is glad.
And I have destroyed their portal, although it might have been too late. A homunculus has escaped. I suspect you already know what that is.
Yes, I do. One of the ancient flesh sculptors, and he could be connected to the recent complications in Gladius Hive.
I'm on my way back. You can brief me on the ship. What is happening down there? The Vox channels went insane a few hours ago.
Instead of retreating as they are wont to do, the Dark Elder have begun to kill Imperial citizens in Gladius Hive. It's a massacre.
That wretched homunculus. It must be part of his plan. I must find that creature immediately. Revolting. The Dark Elder truly went on a rampage in the Hive.
It's most unusual. The Drukhari are sadistic, insane torturers, but their raids are methodical, almost surgical in execution. This mindless massacre looks almost random. Something odd is going on.
I have a feeling that whatever a pain catalyst is, it must be connected to this vile display of cruelty. I need to find that homunculus. This has no place in our galaxy. This was your last raid, Drukhari. Resistance of this xenos scum has a stain upon the galaxy. Know the xenos. Kill the xenos. Webway, Drukhari.
They're here. Send word to Lord This. We've run out of time. He needs to accelerate the rate of extraction.
Couldn't find any significant proof of life in the area. There is, however, a strange anomaly in the motive force in the vicinity.
If the pain catalyst truly manipulates the life force, the anomaly could mark the location of that machine. Borrowed time to recover. Not for long. How exquisite is my hatred? These Imperial soldiers put up quite a fight to defend this Vox station. I'd rather access the logs to see the last few transmissions.
Based on what we know about the Dark Elder, these contraptions must serve one particular purpose: to inflict as much suffering on this world as possible. The Scryer Skulls discovered other possible pain catalyst locations, but I need more time for the precise sensory triangulation.
Take your time, Magos. We can't afford any mistakes. Not here. Not now. Borrow time, but not for long. Of this xenos scum is a stain upon the galaxy.
proven much more efficient than I expected, Ape. I wish we had more time. I could craft your pain-seared flesh into something more formidable, given your murderous talents.
I was formidable enough against your kin so far.
This is a cruel world. The weak must perish, especially if they were born amongst the mighty Drukhari. That is the truth of my coven, the Coterie of Dissonance. But enough of your education, human. So, it has come to this, human. What a waste of life essence and sweet suffering. But you leave me no choice. I need to release the energies.
Magos, do you have any idea what this unholy contraption could be?
Biotelemetry measures point to one plausible explanation. These Xenox devices seem to collect pain, fear, vitality, and negative energies released during battles and other acts of violence. Judging by the picked recording of your skirmish, the machines could also transfer the accumulated energy to the Drakari to revitalize them.
Must be this why they began murdering the entire population of this hive. They are charging their catalysts.
Triangulation is complete. I have the coordinates of the remaining pain catalysts. You should return to the ship immediately.